today, and it's going to feel like 106. And it's been like 35 days of just like heat, 100 degrees or more weather. Obviously, it's creating fire dangers everywhere. That's not good. So I want to put little background picture that I took on my jet ski recently so that, we could at least be mentally cool. I wanted to jump on here just to share some insights from my perspective working out in the field as a broker, and also to share some data that I keep track of because the housing market, obviously, the last few years has been very volatile because of COVID, and then now interest rates, and just a lot of people unsure of what's happening. But nothing tells us more of what's happening with the economy and the housing market than facts and numbers like jobs, right? Jobs, unemployment, of course, interest rates, and what the Fed plans to do. And also like the monthly and annual reports that are put out by the MLSs. So I'm going to share with you the Austin Board of Realtors report for July that just came out. Let me share my screen with you. Hold on 1 second. Share my screen. Okay, there we go. Thanks for your patience. So this is on Zillow. U.S. housing market avoids crash, but challenges remain for buyers and sellers. Yes, properties are on the market a lot longer here in the Austin metro, and actually everywhere, or in lots of places. I did hear some agents saying, nope, not in my market. It's 3 days, it's gone. So there's always exceptions. There's micro markets within a metro. So in general, here in Austin, properties are on for 60 days, depending on the zip code or less. So Zillow, I'm going to go down to the bottom line of this article. At the end of the day, they forecast of 2023 5.5 higher prices than, the beginning of the year at the end of the day. So it says our official forecast project home prices to end 2023 5.5 higher than where they started. Okay, so that's what Zillow's saying. Now let's take a look at this other article. Hope you can see it. Just came out a couple days ago. Warren Buffett's firm buys $700 million in DR Horton stock as new home sales soar. So why new home sales? Well, there's just aren't enough homes anywhere. So people, I got a call the other day, guy in Denver is like, yeah, I got a family here. I can't fit them in this 1,100 square foot place anymore. I need to relocate. And Austin, I could have my tech job there and buy a home. And this particular home was 2,200 square feet for $360,000. So as you can see, there's a big difference or a big motivation for someone leaving a more expensive metro and trying to find a place that has jobs and affordable homes. Let's see. This is a screenshot that I took from the Austin Board of Realtors July 2023 Central Texas Housing Market Report. At the end of the day, for July 2023 statistics, the city of Austin, the median sales price went down 12%. Okay. And properties are average days on the market, 43 days. Now, of course, that changes depending on, the county and the city and the zip code and all of that, because there are microclimates within even the city of Austin. I was showing property to a buyer the other day, and I said, look, in this particular zip code, even though you read all these statistics of properties generally going down, this zip code actually has gone up 5%. And I showed several data that show that. And I said, look, price per square foot here is this. And, your offer is off 75,000. So we need to close the gap in order to have a meeting of the minds. And if you really want this house. So yeah, I know that's kind of contradictory and hard for some buyers to accept that even though they hear the news of all these prices going down, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's happening in this particular zip code or your neighborhood. And that's why someone that can do good research and knows the area is very important. All right, let's see here. Okay, so as I was mentioning earlier, the National Employment Report, July 2023, the change in U.S. private employment, 324,000 jobs were added. So job creation remained robust. And Neela Richardson, chief economist, says the economy is doing better than expected and a healthy labor market continues to support household spending. We continue to see a slowdown in pay growth without broad-based job loss. Okay, so good news, jobs are being added. The bottom line is, some people will, like that buyer who called me in tech from Denver. He's like, Ricki, I've got a great rate on my mortgage. I'm just going to rent this out. I'm going to rent it out and then I'll buy this property for 360,000. Sure, you can do that. Being in the landlord business isn't for everyone. I can assure you, I can promise you. So if you do something like that and rent out your primary home, I highly, highly recommend getting a property manager because there's a lot of laws and so many things that go into getting a good tenant. The last thing you want is a nightmare and to deal with all these problems while you're in a whole nother state or a whole nother city. So that's number one. Number two is, yes, the bottom line is buying is based on your needs. Is your family growing? Are you going through a divorce? Was there a death in the family? Or do you now need to show up in the office or you won't have a job? So maybe relocation's in the cards for you. These life events, doesn't matter what's happened in the market because as you know, you sell high, you're going to buy high. You buy low. You sell low, you buy low. The market tends to even out, but obviously circumstances can be different for every person. Well, I hope I gave you some food for thought. And if you have any questions, stick them on the chat or just contact me directly. I'll have my information for you. And thank you so much. I really appreciate the referral of your friends and family here in Texas. And I do have agents in my network in all 50 states. So if you're looking to move in Oregon or Washington or Florida, I have agents that I would highly recommend to you. Thank you again. Hope you have a great day.